I came in right away. This was something that I learned immediately was I went in and I started to knock out my runics right out of the gate because I was trying to get his health down. Not to mention, I did not want him summoning his party, right? I didn't want him doing that out of the gate. A lot of times, if you're not front and center with him at the gate, he starts summoning all the ads immediately. So to get that, out of the way, I went in and started just doing all of my stuff. Now, here's what he starts doing. You see how he reaches his hand out just like this, and you're going to start seeing all of these ads come up. And that's when you're probably already thinking the fight's over. I'm dead, right? Don't think that yet, because I want to show you something that I did that actually worked. Now, the first thing I did in order to win is as soon as he starts summoning, I'd actually back away, right? And you can have Frey here or Atreus. I don't think it really matters. And the first thing, like I said, the first thing I do is I would back away. Another tip, and this is very difficult, it's easier said than done. Try to keep as many of these ads plus the boss in your frame the best you can. And I say the best you can because it's not easy to do. But try to keep everybody. If you see, especially one of these nightmares are a nightmare. I mean, they will ruin your day if you're not paying attention. And just like my other fights, I always tell people, don't pay attention to what's directly in front of you, but instead try to pay attention what's going on in the background. Why? Because projectiles are coming at you and God knows what else. And you're having to keep a close eye on many different things, especially in this fight. It is crazy. You need like 6 pairs of eyeballs looking at everything on screen. It gets to be pretty bananas. So the one thing that I learned with this, and this is something that you may have already known, but I didn't realize that if you grab the nightmare with your Blades of Chaos, if you grab them with I think it's a L2R1, you can bring them in and then point your camera and use them as a bomb back at whoever you point at. That right there was a game changer. So as soon as I saw the ads come up, the first ads that I would take out were the nightmares. I would take those out and use them against themselves. That's the first thing. If you can do that, there's a high chance you're going to win this fight. So the first thing I did is I tried my best to get rid of the nightmares. Now, the Berserker will come at you like this, which is like the only time he gets in your face. It's just like this. And what he'll do is a yellow circle where he raises his hands up in the air, just like this. And it's really your choice to either block, parry, or dodge out of the way. If you're not in position, like what I did here, just simply dodge out of the way. And you're gonna really listen for the audio cues of the nightmares throwing the projectiles like I did here. I heard that and I went left. Now, remember what I told you before about grabbing the nightmare? That's what I was doing here. L2 and R1, I would grab it and aim it at probably one of the ads, and I would use it as a bomb. And look at what happens on screen. It just blows up everybody, right? And so what I would do here is I would go after the other nightmare. That was like the number one goal, is get rid of these guys first. You grab them with your Blades of Chaos, aim them at another ad here, and then go ahead and take care. Just get them out of the way. That's probably, if you're gonna get anything out of this video, get rid of the nightmares, okay? Now he'll come up with you, just like you're watching on screen here, with a 1-2 punch. Those are easily parried or blocked. If you don't like doing either one of those, just dodge out of the way. I did use the Guardian shield. That slowly became one of my favorite shields. It used to be the Dauntless shield. This Guardian's my favorite now. Anytime you see an R3, try your best to go grab that. You get free iframes right out of that. So any projectiles coming at you or anybody punching you, you will not get hit. So I would try my best to go and do that, but clearly here that didn't happen. I gotta be honest with you, I don't remember why. Okay, here is another mechanic that cannot be fun. He will summon these corpse explosions, right? And I think there's 5. I'll have to recount, 'cause it's been a while since I beat him, so I have to kind of go back in my memory bank and find out. But these guys here, if you can, just run in a semicircle and just run away from them. And then usually by the 5th or last one, if you can do this, run towards the boss and wait for him to fall down and then start doing your combo. So what I did here is I would unlock, because a lot of times you're going to be locked and you don't realize you are. Just get out of the way, go from right to left or left to right. Just stay away from the walls and do a semicircle around. You see what I'm doing here? I'm getting away from those corpse explosions. Get out of the way, dodge, run. Usually running is just fine. And then get towards the boss as he's getting ready to come down, and boom, go ahead and knock out your light runic attacks, your heavy runic attacks. Just get the big damage and use Freya or Atreus in the background. You're staggering the boss. Good stuff. Now, if Freya and Atreus do their job, which, let's be honest, they don't, they should be taking up most of the ads away from you, especially since you got the nightmares off your screen. The nightmares are the worst. And so what you want to do, and this is what I didn't do that you can see I'm doing now, readjust your camera. Make sure the ads are in the same frame as the boss. That way you can see everything that's going on. Very, very important that you make sure everything's in frame. So what I was doing here is I was basically letting the boss come to me, okay? And then I would just go ahead and do my runic attacks, just get some good damage in. At the same time, make sure Freya's doing her thing. Now here, I'm gonna pause it here. Here, I should have ran to the right and got everyone back in frame, just like the sisters fight. You know, the trio? In that video, I talk about keeping everybody in frame. I did not do that here, and I think it's because I was very tired. I'm going on like hour 2 or maybe even 3, and I'm like had it up to here with this fight. Now, he'll do a leap back, okay? Now, when he does this leap back, this is the rise up in the air, and you're gonna count to 3 in your mind, or count it out loud. Go 1, 2, 3, and then dodge. And it's gonna look just like this, where it's a puddle of poison. And it's basically, I call it the 4 Asgard from the Gná fight. It's a 4 Asgard. It reminds me of that. So the Berserkers, they all do this move. No different here. And then usually right after he slams down, he'll come at you with a 1-2 combo punch, which you can block, parry, or dodge. Now, I always parried this because you get free iframes with the Guardian Shield. If you parry successfully, that is, followed up with an R1 for a shield strike, you get iframes during the shield strike. So I would do that. Now, another thing too is, again, and you're gonna hear me say this a lot in this guide, keep everything in frame if you can. Why? Because these, I think they're called Drogners or something like that. These creatures, I don't know what they're called. I should know by now. I've played this game so many hours. They will come at you out of the blue, and they will hit you and hit you hard. And if they get 1 hit off of you, 9 out of 10 times, they're gonna get 2 more hits off you and finish up their combo with you lying face in the dirt and you're dead, right? So make sure that you can see exactly what they're doing at all times. Now, luckily I had Freya here and she was doing her poison vines to keep them in check. So a little bit of a help from Freya, actually a lot of help from Freya here. Now the boss will jump back. And remember what I told you earlier in the guide, okay? I had mentioned, don't pay attention what's in front of you. Use your peripheral vision and pay attention to kind of what's happening past that focal point and look in the distance. Why do I say that early on? Is because the boss jumped back, right? And he's getting ready to do the 2 projectiles right at you. And if you're paying attention to what's in front of you doing your combos, you're gonna miss out on what the boss is doing. So perfect example here, as you're doing your combo, your normal R1s and R2s, look to see what's happening with the boss. And what do you know? Our friends' nightmares are showing back up, okay? So what do we normally do with nightmares? As soon as you see the nightmare, what do we got to do? We got to take him out. Now here, because I was already too far back, I went ahead and started throwing a spear. But what you really, and here comes a projectile too. So you block, parry, or dodge. So you're always looking at the distance to make sure that you're seeing what's happening. Here comes the boss. Now, what do I do here? I'm looking at the boss, but I'm also looking at that nightmare in the background. I can see what the boss is doing just fine, but I'm really curious to see what's happening in the background. Now, like I told you before, when you do a shield parry, you're gonna get iframed on the R1. So now, I should have ran up and used my Chaos Blades to use these as bombs, but I didn't because I was keeping my eye on the boss. And see, if you look off to the right, the boss is up in the air and getting to do what I call the spin to win, the 4 balls coming at you. If you're having a hard time dodging those 4 balls, because those are the same move that every Berserker does, it's the same. what I do is I actually count to 3. As soon as it releases, I count 1, 2, 3, and I'll dodge at the last second. Don't get too dodge happy when you see a projectile coming at you. Just wait it out, and then you dodge at the last second. Wait for that to come swing around, and then you dodge. I think it's really hard to do that, instead of like watch someone else doing it. It's a different ball game. I get it. Now here we are with the corpse explosions. Whenever you see these, don't panic. Just either run left or right. What you don't want to do is run up against the wall, because what will happen is they'll close you in up against the wall and you can't leave, and they will kill you. If you get all 3 or 4 of them together, you're dead. So run around, and like I said before, when they do that, you're running towards the boss. You try to. That way when he comes down, unload your light or heavy runic attack combinations. It gets some good damage. You could knock down half a bar, in some cases even a full bar, once he falls down. That's your one open opportunity, is to get the damage in. So when he goes up in the air and he's getting ready to do the corpse explosions, you should be smiling, saying, thank you, I'm on my way. You know what I mean? So go ahead and run over to him, get the damage out. Now, almost always he'll leap back. Never does he come at you. He'll always leap back because he's scared. And then the next thing you'll see is a glowing hand. He's going to hit the ground, and you can block this move. You can block this thing. Now, here's the thing with this fight that I absolutely hate, and I just did it right now in my own guide. Pay attention to everything on screen if you can. And yeah, it's easier said than done. I totally get it. Trust me, I get it. If you can get in the habit of looking at a mechanic, memorize what's about to happen, take your eyes off the mechanic and look somewhere else for another mechanic, because this fight has about 10 to 20 mechanics happening simultaneously. So the one of the best pieces of advice that I can give you is train your eyes to look at the mechanic and then commit it to memory and then look elsewhere. Like don't worry about, oh, I gotta watch this thing come at me. If you see that this projectile or this like line attack is coming at you, hit your L1 and block that thing. And then as you're blocking, just sit there and wait and look elsewhere on the screen. Why do I say that? Because this enemy came out of nowhere, out of frame, boom, in, and I was there to block. And because you're already blocking, and here we go again. Remember what I told you earlier? Don't pay attention to what's in front of you. Keep your eyes on what's happening in the back, because our lovely friend here just leaped up in the air to do the 4 Asgard jump down poison puddle, plunging attack. And here, I don't know how I lucked out, but I didn't get hit. I don't know what happened, but awesome. And then here we go again. We have the ad coming at us, and then the boss is up in the air doing his, I think it's a spin to win. It is. It's a 4 projectiles. And again, you want to wait until the curve happens and then dodge. Don't do it when he gets ready to shoot the projectiles out. Wait until it's already done its curve. Now here, you're going to allow Freya and or Atreus to do their thing. And then you're going to line up your camera the best you can. Get all these ads. Look for nightmares. Look for the ads. Where are all the ads? Your next objective is to get rid of the ads. Get rid of the ads. At the same time, keep your eye on the boss. Now, what I didn't do here is I didn't pan my camera over fast enough because my camera was locked onto the enemy. Now, here comes the boss. So again, this is a tip even for myself, is make sure you get all the enemies on your screen. Keep them all together. Here we go with the 1-2 punch. That's easy. Block or parry, no problem. I parried this. You get the R1. Y, you get free iframes here where you're not going to get hit during your R1 shield bash here, and boom. Now, Freya thankfully has attention on the ads. Now, here comes the ad to the left. Okay, that's what I was saying. Like, keep an eye on everything that's happening around what's in front of you, because here comes the boss, and I parried that because I saw it in my peripheral. And that's something that it's so much easier for me to say this, but try your best to really pay attention to everything around you other than what's in front of you. It's going to help you in the long run. You're going to die a bunch, but just get in the habit of looking, and it's going to make you a better player as well with this game, because anything after this will be a piece of cake. Why? Because you trained your eye on what's happening around you and not what's directly in front of you. So here we go. What do we say here? We say, thank you, I'm on my way. Okay. So what do we do here? we're going to go ahead and unlock if you're locked, and go ahead and run around to the right or left side, depending. Now, what you don't want to do is back up against the wall like I just about did here in this video. But you're going to go ahead and walk around. You don't need to dodge roll, just run. And in my opinion, I should have already been running towards the boss, but for some reason, I did not do that here. But if you're watching this video, anytime you see those corpse explosions, your main objective is by the end, get to the boss. Now here he goes with his 4 Asgard poison leap. 1, 2, 3, dodge left or right. You can double dodge or single dodge, entirely up to you. I think I almost always double dodge because I did not want to get hit. Here we go with the yellow circle. I almost love seeing this too, because if you're a block person, you're not a parry person, this is easy peasy. You just stand in front of them and just block. You don't need to do anything. If you're a parry person like I am, you're gonna stand and wait and count to 3, 1, 2, and then you're gonna parry on number 3 as he's bringing his hands down. So you're gonna 1, 2, 3, and then boom, you're gonna parry for some stun damage. R1, we're stun and damage from the shield, bada bing, bada boom. And now you're gonna get some damage. And now what I did not do, can you guess what I did wrong here? I didn't move to the right and move my camera for the rest of the battle arena. I did not do that in this video, and I wanna call that out. That was my mistake. So I'm trying to get that, in your head, that get everything in frame. Get everything in frame. The ads, Freya, Atreus, everybody. So what I didn't do here is move to the right and move my camera because I have no idea what's going on to my left. That was a big mistake. So Freya is still working on one ad, and now you're focused on the boss. So here we go with a 1-2 punch. You got 1-2, block parry, follow up with an R1 for a shield bash, shield strike for the iframes, and then keep working on your DPS while Freya and Atreus is helping you out with the ads. Okay, so now what are we waiting for here? We're gonna keep doing our DPS. This is when the ads are gone, it's an easy fight. Let's be honest, it's super easy. This is what you don't want to happen, which is it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. The boss is gonna leap back, and here he goes, spawning his ads, right? Don't panic, just get rid of the ads as quickly as you can. This ad, in my opinion, should have been dead 17 hours ago. I don't know what's taking so long. That may be happening to you. You'd probably be saying the same thing. Freya and Atreus, why are you not helping me, right? Am I right or am I right? So go ahead and get rid of this last ad. Now, what did you see on screen that we all freaking hate? Nightmares, and there's 2. So what do we do first? Well, since I already have my Blades of Chaos out, we really want to get rid of them. Now here comes the boss. Go ahead and block, parry, dodge, your choice. And for me, blocking is easier because, parrying is easier because now I have iframes from the projectiles that are coming from the nightmares. So good shot here. Like I keep saying throughout this video, is keep everything in frame. So that's pretty, I'm gonna say that's easy. It's not easy. Just do your best to get everything in frame. Now, the next objective here is we have got to get rid of those nightmares. I don't know what I did in this video here, but I was waiting on the next mechanic, which was the red rings up in the air, spin to win, 4 balls coming. What do? 1, 2, 3. As it's coming around, do a dodge left to right. Just remember, dodge after the arches already happen. I hope that helps. Easier said than done, a lot of practice. Now, the next step, get rid of those nightmares ASAP. Those projectiles would be a nightmare. So again, pay attention to the boss. Make sure you're looking for the 4 Asgard puddle of poison dive bomb here that they do. So go ahead and get out of the way of that. Now, I don't know what I do here next. All I know is that the red indicator, and if you're able to pay attention to the red indicators, my hat goes off to you, because the red indicators will tell you when a projectile's on its way. If you can see here, right next to Kratos, there is a red arrow, and 9 out of 10 times, pretty much 10 out of 10 times, there's a projectile on the way. And I was trying to get in the habit of looking at the indicators more often, the red flashing indicator, if anything. That way you can get out of the way. You see here, I got hit because I wasn't paying attention to the red indicator. Okay. Now I went ahead and healed up. I used Valor. You can use whatever rage you want to. It doesn't really matter. I just prefer